If you want to be held by hand on how to do research, explanation of what type of proof and stories people want to hear in advertising, examples on how to generate curiosity, then this book is a must-read. If you're a beginner who doesn't know how to get started with copywriting and you're looking for somewhere to learn, then you're gonna love this video. Hey, I'm Jamie the Marketing Nerd, and today's video is part 3 of my best copywriting book recommendations. This is not your mama's copywriting list though, so make sure that you stay to the end of the video because this is a pretty unique list that you're not gonna find anywhere else. I've read over 150 books on business, psychology, and marketing, so trust me, I've seen plenty of these lists, and I know you're gonna love this one. But before we get started, if you want more of my best advice to market smarter, not harder, then make sure that you go down there and subscribe to the Marketing Nerd Show, plus hit that bell to be notified when I post a new video every week with actionable tips. Also, if you could drop me a like while you're down there too, doing that seriously does help me grow my channel. Thank you so much in advance for all of your help and all of your support. I love getting all of your comments and all of your amazing messages. All right. Let's dive right into it.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Marketing Nerd Show, starring Jamie, the Marketing Nerd. Grab a seat, take out your notes, and let's get into the show!
So yeah, in today's video, we're talking all about books that I would recommend to new copywriters or professional marketers who want to learn more about copywriting. I'm going to be making another video series soon where I discuss my best book recommendations for freelancers who are just starting out or aspiring business owners, so make sure that you keep your eyes out for that list too. In these 3 videos, we're going to be talking about 9 total books in 3 parts: mindset, strategy, and tactics. I think it's important not just to throw a list of books at you, but to make sure that you understand exactly where each of these books fits into your professional development. So this is part 3 in a 3-part series. All right, now let's get started and dive into the tactics section, which is the Adweek Copywriting Handbook by Joseph Sugarman. Why is this book on the list? Because it's literally a field guide that teaches you how to write copy. If you want to be held by hand on how to do research, how to write the first sentence, emotional triggers that you can hit to create the perfect buying environment, explanation of what type of proof and stories people want to hear in advertising, examples on how to generate curiosity, how much copy to write, how to edit your copy, how to literally structure your paragraphs, elements of powerful copy, psychological buying triggers, and of course, tons of advertisements that you can look at as an example, then this book is a must-read. Honestly, the slippery slope concept alone was a game changer for me as a beginner copywriting. If you're looking for a toolbox of copywriting techniques that you can easily reference while you're writing something, then this is the book that you're looking for. Book number 8 is called Spin Selling by Neil Rackham. Why is this book on the list? This approach is supposed to be used for in-person sales, but you can literally use it as a thought exercise to figure out exactly what points you need to address in your copy. The concepts in this book also dovetail nicely when you combine it with what you learn from How to Change Minds, which we talked about in video 1 of this series. SPIN is an acronym that stands for Situation, Problem, Implication, and Needs Payoff. The biggest reason why you should get this book is because it's packed with actionable tools and techniques that you can use if you're able to interview any customers of your client or seek out these answers yourself while performing research. If you want to generate real results for your clients, then you have to understand their customers, what their current situation is, what their problems are, and most importantly, the literal words that they use to self-describe their problems, what they're missing out on by not solving the problem, and what they're going to gain by solving the problem. As a copywriter, you want to use what I call sentiment matching, which is finding exact language matches of how the audience self-describes their problems and desires and implement that in your copy. Because spin selling is meant to be an in-person sales field manual, it's light on fluff and heavy on actionable scripts and techniques. You can look to ask these questions if you're able to get an interview, or if you're not, then instead what you're looking to do is answer these questions through your research process. And the 9th book on our list is called Tested Advertising Methods by John Caples. Why is this book on the list? Because there's tons of ideas for emotional angles and stories that work in advertising so that you know what to search for in your research and what types of stories to write for your copy. These concepts are always a solid place to start with your copywriting, and then you can perform conversion rate optimization from here. And then you can build from there and do any conversion rate optimization if needed for underperforming assets. A good portion of Ogilvy on advertising, which we talked about in part 2 of this series, is dedicated to market research and what did and didn't work for his agency. Well, Tested Advertising Methods is pretty much an expanded version of that. And Tested Advertising Methods is pretty much an expanded version of that. The reason why this book is so important is because you should never be reinventing the wheel. So much advertising has been put out into the world and tested that we have results for. There's absolutely no reason why you should ever be starting from scratch. Familiarize yourself with what has worked in the past. Consider what's a good fit for the clients that you're working with now. Give it a shot, and most importantly, be open to the lesson from book number 2, which we talked about in part 1 on this list. Know that best practices might not always work, and when they don't, you will have to adjust. Past performance might not predict future results, but using information from past performance can help you avoid picking angles that don't normally land with audiences, and it can help you get results faster. So that's the last 3 books. Make sure that you check back to the other 2 videos in this series so that you can get all 9 of my recommendations. Now you have an incredible resource on how to get started with copywriting, but what about your next steps? Is there a way that you could be handheld step by step on how to write your first piece of copy? Yes, you can. That's exactly why I created the free 1-month Marketing Nerd Sales Funnel Copywriting course. I created it to teach you the A to Z of developing a strategy and to teach you step by step how to write your first assets for everything important like a sales page, email marketing, and any advertising. You definitely don't want to miss that, so make sure that you go to jamiedorshuk.com/funnel to join for free now. And if you want to join a community of smart business owners and marketers just like you, then come join our secret society, the Marketing Nerd Crew. It's a place where we can all connect with each other and where you can get advice from professional marketers and business owners. You can join the group at jamiedorshuk.com/crew. And you can find the link to that, everything that I've mentioned so far, as well as the other parts of the Marketing Nerd community down there in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Thanks so much for watching this far. If you give any of these books a read, please remember to come back and leave me a comment to let me know what's your favorite thing that you learned. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and check back for the other 2 parts of this series. If you like this list, then please make sure that you drop a like on this video too and share it with a friend because doing that really does help me grow my channel. And hey, if you're looking for something to watch next, then why not check out this playlist with the other 2 parts of this series? Or if you want to learn more in depth about some of the topics we covered today, check out my full Secrets of a 7-Figure Copywriter presentation. Thank you so much again for watching today's video. I really appreciate you, your time, and your attention. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.